Yep, stream's up. Let me go ahead and put this into the Discord as well. And there we go. So, I think we all good to go. Audio's working, chat's up. We're all good to go. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Driven by Speed, and we are at Season 2 now. It's a brand new season, and of course, we're starting the very first round at the Circuit Zandvoort for the Dutch Grand Prix to kick it off here in Driven by Speed Formula 1 Series. This 4.2 kilometer racetrack, which opened up, excuse me, back in 1950, of course, has had some previous times on and off in its history. The last Grand Prix it hosted back in 1985, which of course was the year when Niki Lauda won his very last Formula 1 Grand Prix and when McLaren took a 1-2 victory that year as well. Made its return in 2021, but had a delay from 2020, of course, because of COVID-19. But of course, this place also hosts to, well, quite possibly a lot of Dutch fans, mainly from Max Verstappen supporters, as we saw from, excuse me, from last year's Dutch Grand Prix, where he won also his very first home Grand Prix as well in 2021. Now this track also is got a lot of camber elevation changes to deal with that the drivers will have to cope with here in this place. There are 14 corners around this racetrack, 4 to the left and 10 to the right, with 2 DRS zones, one down the main straight, and the other one going from the exit of turn 10, I should say, into the entry of turn 11. Now, if you want to know a little bit of news from the last race we did, which of course was the final race in Season 1, in Monza, there was only one little thing that had to be changed, and that was Lane Everingham had a 3-second time penalty for an incident he had in the safety car restart. He managed to get that removed and also ended up winning the final race of the season. So yeah, now we have a brand new lineup. Well, actually, I should say, in a way, we have a brand new lineup. It's basically the same. Some of them are the same drivers from last season, but in different teams, of course. So we can do a little bit of a roll call and see who is on what. We will start off with the Mercedes-Benz. Now, Prezzo F1, as you can see, he is back in the Mercedes-Benz. Alongside him is supposed to be Kotstar, who is supposed to be making his full-time debut, but unfortunately he is not here for tonight. Instead, it is Rusgohan, but that is who's in the Mercedes-Benz seat tonight. The Mercedes-Benz seats, I should say, for the season. We'll see how that pans out. Let me get the telemetry up as well. Of course, Prezzo did have quite a bit of DNFs last season. Hopefully he can manage to clean that up this season as well. We've got a bit of yellow flags as well while I talk as well. I'm not sure what that was about, but anyway, I have the track mode off as well. I noticed that Jack left the session as well. Hopefully he can get back in as well. He's been having a little bit of issues as well, from what I have been noticing. But anyways, that is the lineup for Mercedes-Benz with that little skirmish there. As Dan the Racer gets a 1:13, we'll make that iconic Kia goes to the top of the table with a 1:10.9. In the Red Bull, we have Can't Do Crap and Vision. You may remember them being in the Ferrari last season. Well, they have switched over from being with Mattia Binotto and now to Christian Horner. And this guy also won the Dutch Grand Prix last season, as he's gone to the top of the table with a 1:10.897. Vision, though, he seemed like a pretty good racer last season. Hopefully he can keep up his good form. Can't Do Crap has some good pace in him as well, from what I've seen as well over the course of last season. We'll see what he brings to the table. In the McLaren, has a brand new lineup as well. Banana Cake Pie, you remember him? I'm supposed to be looking at Banana Cake. I love how that glitch is still there. I'm supposed to be looking at Banana, but instead I'm looking at an Alfa Romeo. Lovely to see that. Anyway, Banana is going to be in the McLaren, as you can see, alongside Miss JJ making his return to McLaren from last season. So, you remember him being in the Aston Martin. He was also a constructor champion with Tim Ant as well. In the Alpine, now this is a bit of an interesting one. You may remember me mentioning about Tim. Well, he's in the Alpine this season, and last season was where his championship rival was at as well, Absolute Unit. So they basically swapped places. He's in the Alpine. Dan the Racer is his teammate for the season. And speaking of Absolute Unit, who is third on the table at the moment, is in the Aston Martin and will be alongside a brand new driver that I've never seen before. Well, actually, no, I have seen him before. Andre. He will be with them as well in the second Aston Martin. I'm intrigued to see how he'll do. I've seen him in another league race in the past, but I haven't gone too fully to my knowledge in terms of how he's in pace. But we'll see how he goes. Ferrari is a bit of an interesting lineup as well. Kickbutt Kiwi, you may remember him. Oh, as I mentioned him, he spins at the first corner at Tarzan. Gets onto the gravel as well. Anyway, he is in the Ferrari for this season. You may remember him from his times being as a reserve driver as well. A few times he really raced in the McLaren. But now he's racing the Ferrari this season. Alongside will be the admin, Jackie Perez, in the other Ferrari. AlphaTauri is an interesting lineup, I have to say, as well. Iconic Hugh and Lane Everingham. Now, Lane, of course, is known for being... Oh, jeez, and Chich has gone off at the same corner that Kickbutt Kiwi did a little while ago. Roscoe, I'm getting a little bit slow there out of the pit exit. But, yeah, anyway. Where is an AlphaTauri? Where is an AlphaTauri? Oh, no, not at the moment. I've also noticed Lane is out of qualifying as well, same with Reedy. I guess that was while I was reading off the table. But anyway, yeah, Iconic Q is with Lane Everingham. Lane Everingham, you may remember, has always been in a Williams, or I remember in a Racing Point from 2020. This time, though, he is in the AlphaTauri, so it'll be interesting to see how he is in a Honda power unit car rather than a Mercedes power unit car. Alfa Romeo has Conehouse and Reedy. So Reedy back into Alfa Romeo. Conehouse going to Alfa Romeo. That should be pretty interesting to see how these two fan out. And as I was mentioning too, Williams has Big Chich as one of the drivers. He's gone from Mercedes, the car that I've seen raced in the past. He's gone down to Williams. Alongside him will be Bodhod, the project. I almost said Project 1. DBS owner, as there's a Ferrari parked in the exit of pit lane. And then finally Haas will be False Equation and Oz Crook. So False is no longer a part of the Baguette crew. And we got more yellow flags there. What is this for? That is an Alpine. That is Dan the Racer going very slowly. Trying to get through, let some traffic through. Anyway, that is the roll call for the lineup for this afternoon. Hello Kane and hello ACW. Let's see, you guys are in the chat as well. So we've got some times already on the board. Let's see here if we can find that. Maybe we'll be on a flying lap. Oh, hello. That is Prezzo that's gone off at turn 9. Might as well also take a Emirates board on you and have a bit of a stick on the top of your car. I tell you what, we can ride along with. Oh, hello. That is Tim that's gone spinning at turn 3. Lovely to see that. Alright, we're seeing some stuff happen already as Absolute has gone to the top of the table with a 1 minute 10.6. Tell you what, we'll ride along with Jack and we'll give you a brief guided. Oh no, we're not going to give you a guided tour then, as Roscoe Arm has retired. Right, can I find anyone on a lap? We'll go with Iconic Q. He'll give us a guided tour of the Zandvoort circuit then. Down the main straight, open the DRS towards Tarzan corner, turn 1, braking just before the 50 board, third gear, second gear down in the middle of the apex, up to third gear on the exit, through turn 2, right about there, fifth gear at the entry of turn 3, lock it up a little bit there, you heard the tire squeal a little bit there, and then through the S bit of the section of the track, turns 4, 5, and 6, this is all flat out throughout this bit of the track, into turn 7 with a negative camber corner, as Vision's retired from the session. Down towards turn 8, 5th gear, up to 6th gear, very quick kink corner, into turn 9. You got to be very tight in this corner as well on the apex. Into turn 10, 3rd gear, up to 4th, a little bit slowly on the exit, gets the maximum traction there, opens the DRS, up towards turn 11, braking just at 100 meters, 3rd gear, clipping the apex there, clipping the apex on the second bit of the chicane at turn 12. Up towards turn 13, 5th gear down to 4th gear, back up to 5th to maximize traction, and then it's just flat out through this 90-degree bank corner, turn 14, open the DRS, crossing the line, goes up iconic Q, and it's a 1 minute 10.333. He is well clear of absolute unit by just 3.5 tenths of a second from the next car. Very good lap indeed as well. Let's see here. We've got Andre coming towards the line now. How is he going to set? He sets a 1:11.4, goes 3 tenths quicker than his previous best. Yellow flags, that is for Red Bull. As I could not scroll up for whatever reason. I thought that was Canty Crop, and it was. And there was more yellow flags as well for Williams. Trying to see who that is. I love how the Williams and the Alpine dots are very similar. Oh, that explains who it was. It was Bodot. I guess I didn't catch that. But yeah, apparently Bodot must have crashed out at turn 7. I thought there was a Williams there, as there's two cars there getting closer together. Kit Kiwi and an Alpine. What are the yellow flags? What is this for? I guess that's nothing really. Goodness me. And now more yellows. That is Dan the Racer going off at turn 3. A lot of drivers are going off that corner as well, apparently. Tim went off that same corner about, what was it, about 10 minutes ago? As Chich goes to 4th with a 1:11.3. So far we got 3 drivers in the 110s, separated just by relatively over half a second, pretty much. Pretty close at the moment. Jack is about to get ready to end his flying lap. His teammate's about to get started on one. Here comes the Ferrari around the final corner now. Opens the DRS. What has Jack got in store for him? It's a 1:11.3, goes 5th fastest. And the Ferrari, more yellow flags. Again, that's probably for Konaus getting out of the way. See how kickback Kiwi is up to. Let's see what the first sector says for the Ferrari driver. Up by just 4.5 tenths through the first sector. Not anymore as he spins. Goodness me, a lot of drivers spinning at this qualifying session. That's not been the greatest of starts, I will be honest, as he's also emulating a Formula 4 with no front wing on that Ferrari. So there you go. Konaus dips into the pits. That's Tim. It doesn't look like he's improving, I'd say. Might be going back in. Yeah, I think everyone will be coming to the pits right now. So I guess I could probably talk a little bit about tire strategy pretty much. So tire strategy, I'd say relatively for this, it's not that bad. You could do a soft medium, soft hard is definitely the strategy you probably most looking at. I know that the front left tire though around this place does tend to wear quite a bit, so that's something you definitely will want to keep your eye on as well around here. Now, I'm not sure what the weather report is as well. I haven't got any intel on that, but I guess only one way to find out until we get to the race. Absolutely, it's out and about, getting ready for a flying lap soon. That's Tim. He's up by just over a tenth and a half through the middle sector. And I think he's on his wheel too. I forgot to mention too, he is on a wheel as well. As clipped me a little bit of that curve there, a little bit too much. So he might be going a little bit slower than I imagine as he dips back into the pits. It's still got time though, it's got plenty of time. Alright, along with Absolute Youth then. See what he'll do here as he's getting ready for his flying lap. Currently set at a 1:10.693. Needs to beat a 1:10.33 to get pole position. As there's a Williams coming out of Big Chich there. Needs to get out of the way. Nicely done. Through turn 2. Then turn 3 comes the Aston Martin. Second gear, hugging the low line. I know in the real life, the drivers would hug the high line. But in this game, you just pretty much do the low line. It's a better way to do it. He's down by 7/100ths of a second through the first sector. Coming around turn 7 up towards turn 8. Very nicely done through there, hugging a little bit of the outside curves into turn 9. Oh, but goes way too wide, and there he goes. Ouch. Yeah, that was a bit too wide, and there he goes, and now he's stuck. And he's got no front wing as well. So that's pretty much his qualifying done and dusted. Yeah, guess that's what happens when you don't play for quite a while, eh? Get all this rust. Well, Iconic Q hasn't really had that rust at least. He's on pole position. But we'll see what'll fan out here. Chich is getting ready for a flying lap, and I think so will be one of the Haas's there, and that would be Honest Crook getting ready for a flying lap now. Yellow flags as for, I think that is for Absolute Unit there. How's he? No, he's just getting out of the way. Fair enough. Andre's on a flying lap right now. Chich, let's see how you're doing. Coming through the first sector now. What does the clock say for the Williams? He's up by 3/10 to the first sector. Round turn 7. Through the negative camber there. Into turn 8. More yellow flags there. In the third sector for whatever reason. Through turn 9. Fourth gear. Keeping it at 4. Gently on the throttle there. Down to third. In the middle of the apex, up to fourth on the exit, but too wide at the exit of turn 10. What does the clock say? He's still up by 3/10. Not really a purple time though. He could be good enough for at least fourth or third if he can find time in the final sector. Round turning 13, then 14. One more corner to negotiate for the Williams. Opens the DRS. Up towards the line, and it is a 1:11.2. So he lost about a tenth and a half there through the final sector as False has retired from the session. And Andre was going to be coming towards the line now. He's not improving at all. He dips back into the pits. Can't do crap though. The next cross line is up by 2.5 tenths. Crossing the line, 1:10.621. That's only good enough for second place. Now Jack, he is up by 2.5 tenths through the middle sector. Coming around 13 into 14. Kippa Kiwi goes to fourth with a 1:11 flat. What about his teammate? 1:10.982 puts him into fourth. So it is a Ferrari 4-5. On Conic Q, he's down by 2/100ths in the final sector. And I think he's going to slow down. Doesn't really need to go faster. Well, I think from the way it looks, Conehouse next to cross the line. And he sets a 1:11.201. Puts him into 7th. Dan the Racer is retired. Crashes out at turn 9. Yeah, he crashed at the exit of turn 9. Pretty much how everyone else has been doing it. Or some other drivers I've seen do it so far. And I think that's qualifying done and dusted. So pole position goes to Iconic Q with a 1:10.33. They still on a second lap. Being out can't do crap by just under 3/10. Well, there you go. Right. So, that's qualifying done. There's your first quali session of the season. Iconic on pole position, followed by Can't Do Crab, absolute unit. Jackie, Perez, excuse me. Kickbutt Kiwi, BCP, Conehouse, Chich, JJ, Tim, who has a Ukrainian flag. Andre, Honest Crook, Prezzo, Vision, Dan the Racer, False. I'm glad to see that False still has a Cyprus flag. Bodo, who has the Indian flag, is in 17th. Then Lane, Roscoe, Reedy, who did not set times during qualifying. These three. And then Bodo crashing out during qualifying as well. Right. So it's going to be time for the race very shortly. We've got 36 laps to come here at Zandvoort. So hopefully it will please the Dutch crowd, at least. Yeah, I have not raced around this circuit in a long time either. I can't say that's the same story for a lot of the other drivers, probably, as we saw in qualifying. And we've got overcast conditions. Right. So, overcast conditions. Fair enough, I suppose. Wonder if it's just going to be cloudy throughout the race in terms of no rain whatsoever, or maybe just we might have rain at the end of the race, middle of the race. I don't know. You never know. I kind of wish, though, in this game that you do have, like, the ability to look at the weather, like, up ahead, or whatever the forecast is. But it's whatever. Alright, well, time for the formation lap. Let's see who's on what tire. Let's see. Top 10, obviously, I can see is on the soft compound tire. And then, apart from Andre, Honest Crook, Prezzo, who are on the mediums, outside the top 10, by the way. That's what I'm mentioning. Vision's on the softs, Dan the Racer's on the softs, False on the soft tire, Bodot's going to the mediums, Lane to the softs, Roscoe on to the soft tire, and then Reed to the mediums. And then everyone else, like I mentioned, is on the soft tire in the top 10. So, top 10 looks like this. Iconic Q starts the season off with pole position. They set with a 1:10.333. Can't Do Crap starts second place. Last season's winner at the Dutch Grand Prix. Starts in the front row. Absolute in third place. Last season's, well, you can say last year's champion as well. Last season's champion starts third. Jack and Kickbutt Kiwi line up fourth and fifth for Ferrari as Kickbutt Kiwi's way off of his position in his formation lap. Right. Banana in sixth. Codehouse in seventh. Chich in eighth. JJ in ninth. And then Tim rounds up the top 10. And we'll all warm up the tires and we will get ready for the race. As now the AI will take full possession of their cars, line up to the respective grid slots, and get the race underway. And there's a short run from pole position to the first corner, Tarzan corner. About 220 meters is how much you got to cover. We'll also get rid of the tire graphic, actually, so we don't have too much of it blocking, because that timing screen just takes about a third of your screen. And I just got to remember, though, that that Andre, Honest Crook, Prezzo, Botthot, and Ree are on the mediums. Everyone else is on the soft compound tire. That's all you got to remember, just those 5. Right. As we are on the grid, and there we go. Time for the lights. To begin the season here at DBS, it is lights out and away we go. It's like squirrely stuff from one of the Ferraris there. from Jack as Iconic U leads into the first corner, followed by Can't Do Crap, then Absolute Unit, then the Ferrari is going side by side through Tarzan corner, through turn 2, into turn 3. Iconic U gets a great start there. Rounding the banking now as he goes into the lead, well, stays into the lead, I should say. Absolute maintain third. Two Ferraris still squabbling out, but they manage to hold up safely. Kip Kiwi now switches places with Jack, goes to 4th. He goes to 5th place, Jack does. Chich gave past on its crook into 9th place, rounding turn 7. So a fairly tameable start from everyone else from what I can see, apart from JJ, who's gone on missing front wing. So he's going to have to get back to the pits and get that fixed and pray for a safety car. But it's Iconic U that leads. From Can't Do Crap, Absolute Unit, then Kitbot Kiwi, and Big Chich now making another move at turn 11, going past Andre for 8th place. As the AlphaTauri will cross the line to complete lap 1 of 36 and only leads just by 0.6 of a second between himself and the Red Bull Can't Do Crap. Absolute Unit's following suit in 3rd place. Jack in the Kitbot Kiwi in 4th. Jack in 5th, Banana Stain in 6th place, and same with Konas. Chich has made 2 places, as you saw from the start. Andres in 9th. Actually, Andres made up a couple of places. Let's see how many people positions they've gained. I forget which one it is. Been a while. He's gained about 2 places. Lawrence Chris gained 2. Vision's gained 3 off the start. He's had a pretty good start. Same with Lane. Lane's gained about 4 places off the start. Good start from him in the AlphaTauri. Trying to make up some places after what was a subpar qualifying for him, crashing out there in the beginning. And Iconic U's already got a 1 second lead. By the time they come to the end of the middle sector, yellow flag, that is for Ree. He has crashed out at turn 3. And we got a virtual safety car now deployed. Where is that? Alfa Romeo, there it is. So my guess is he probably got too much on the throttle there at turn 3, and then as a result he goes straight into the Armco. So Reedy is our first retirement after just 2 laps. That's poor fella. Oh, there you go. That's something that this track is. It's something you gotta respect this place. It's an old circuit, but it's something that you cannot mess with. It will bite you in the butt if you're not careful. Drivers now just gotta be careful of their delta not to exceed it and get a drive-through penalty. Wonder when we'll get back in the green in a while. Now, I thought the virtual safety car would end probably just a... Now, as I said, a drive-through penalty for false equation. Speeding under the virtual safety car. But Can't Do Crap, he's now got DRS after getting a good jump there on the VSC. He was about a second before he crashed. Now he's in DRS range of Iconic U. And of course, overtaking here is quite tricky as well. It's not a very wide circuit as Can't Do Crap has spun. He has spun at the exit of turn 13. Tries to back up. Oh, he's got to make sure he get going again, rejoin safely, not get disqualified. Oh, that's unfortunate. He looked like he was in contention for a podium as well, I'd say. As Chich has now gone past Konas for 6th place. Oh, dearie me. Well, with that now, Absolute Unit's now to 2nd, and Kickbutt Kiwi is up to 3rd. But Unit has not got DRS, well, not DRS range, I should say, just quite yet. Well, now he's hovering just about a second from the AlphaTauri. Meanwhile, the Ferraris, though, close to one another at least. Then you got the McLaren of BCP, almost relative to real life. JJ says fast lap of the race with a 1:15.6 on the hard compound tire. Nice little air shot, though, I will say that. Looking over the bit of the chicane and that bit of the grandstand there. At turn 13 and 14, Absolute Unit will get DRS. to hunt down the AlphaTauri. A little bit of weaving as well. It sets the fastest lap, 113.1. Not close enough to do anything against Iconic Q. Andre, meanwhile, has now gone past Kunas for 7th place. And he's on the medium tire. So we'll see how he pans out. He'll probably try to go for a medium soft, I reckon. See our own little battle packs. You've got the top two and their little battle, and then you've got the two Ferraris and the McLaren, and Williams, of course. But, oh, goodness me. I saw Vision going very wide there. Oh, spinning! That's Absolute Unit! No, I'm sorry. That's Andre. Sorry, Ron Aston Martin. He has spun at turn 10. And, yeah, he's now tumbled down the order to 16th. Was in the top 10. Absolutely again, DRS. Not using any battery though. Not close enough though to attack the AlphaTauri. Just has to stay back a little bit. Up and around turn 2, then turn 3. Oh, but Iconic Q gets a shocking run. He had to go take the highlight. I think he might have just locked up a little bit too much. He's lost about a couple of tenths. Through turn 7. As oh, big accident! Tim has crashed. That's a safety car. Was it? It was between him and Lane. Lane has no front wing. Oh, that was a big accident. So now we've got a safety car deployed. Lane's got no front wing. Tim's out of the race. Last season's championship runner-up. Gone. Just like that. After 6 laps. We've gone from a VSC down to a full safety car. And all because of a collision between Lane and Tim. I don't know exactly what happened. Those two just came together. I just saw them come together like right at the last moment. All right, people are making the pit stops. Medium tires for Iconic Q and Absolute Unit. Interesting. Me and Rose obviously having to stay out because that's way too early for a stop. Lane Evernham gets a 5-second penalty for a good measure as well. As Andre, does he beat it? No, he does not. I thought he would have beaten his teammate there out of the pits, but no. Oh, no, he did. Yeah, he got a legal overtake prompted, I guess. Right. So, top 4 stayed out. So did Andre, actually. That's right, I forgot he was on the medium tires as well to start the race. So, let's see. Iconic Q on the mediums. Absolutely on the mediums. K-Pop Q in the mediums. But on the hard compound tire. Chich on the mediums. Conhouse on another set of softs. Wasn't he on the softs at the start? Yeah, I know he was. I thought he was. Right. Interesting. So he's going for a 2-stop, I guess. Jack's on the mediums. Vision's on the mediums. Roscoe Arms on the mediums. Can't you crap on the mediums. Lane's gone to a set of hards. False is on the mediums, and so same with JJ on the mediums. I suppose, yeah, at that distance, the mediums could make it to the end. We'll have to wait and see, of course. I think Banana might have shot himself in the foot, though, going onto the hard compound tire. I honestly cannot remember, though, what the difference is between the mediums and the softs or mediums and hards. In terms of the delta difference. I don't think it's that big of a difference, if I'm completely honest. But I mean, we'll have to wait and see, of course. Right, so after that crash, Honest Crook is in the lead. Prezzo's in second, Botthard's in third, and Dan the Racer's in fourth. Iconic Q, who was our race leader, is now in 5th as Lane has gone back into pits. That's to serve his 5-second penalty for speeding, right. So he's now gone to a set of medium tires, and he'll come out ahead of JJ or behind. I think he's going to come out behind the McLaren, and he does. Right. Okay. Well, there you go. I probably will imagine the safety car will probably come in, well, if they catch up now, probably by this lap. At least we get to see the Aston Martin safety car. It does look very nice indeed. Probably at least my favorite safety car in this game. Safety car is in this lap, yep, as I predicted. So, Oscrick will be the de facto safety car. And let the virtual Burt Mylander go into his little habitat in the pit lane. And we will get back into green flag racing. Oscrick just warmed up his tires, getting some temperature into them. And we'll see when he goes. He can go whenever he wants. He doesn't have to go like right now. He doesn't want to get caught in the slipstream. Still waving his tires, mucking about. Fair enough. Prezzo's eager to go, and he is going now. That's not a bad restart from him. Iconic Q trying to go down the inside of Dan the Racer into turn 1. And following suit is Bodot. All contact, I think, there between Iconic Q and Bodot as well. And here comes Absolute Unit, trying to go down the inside. 3 wide as well from turn 3 between the Alpha Tower and the 2 Aston Martins. Here comes Absolute Unit, though. He's going to run, though. Oh, that is so close. That is indeed close. Spinning out his Roscoe arm at turn 3. That's what the yellow flags are for. Rounding turn 7. Oh, that was immediately close. It was millimeters apart. But thankfully they did not end up at the barrier. Otherwise that could have been very, very nasty. Down the inside goes Iconic Q into turn 10. Here we go. Up towards the second straight. Look at it. Oh, he has a run. Oh, goodness me. Oh, again, another bit of a hiccup moment there from Absolute Unit. Kind of jerked my words there a little bit. But goodness, he had 2 runs there, but just nowhere to go for the Aston Martin. Here we go, down the main straight. Iconic Q trying to follow a run, yellow flags. That is for a McLaren. Oh, JJ, he has crashed out at turn 14, and we've got another safety car deployed. Well, that was a bit of an interesting restart. Alright, so what do you do if you're the medium runners? Do you pit now for hards, or do you stay out a little bit more? Well, Frostgram's come back into the pits. Also a set of medium compound tire. Where goes the Mercedes? I guess the safety car's not quite done yet. 3 retirements in 10 laps we've had. 1 virtual safety car, and 2 of them have been full course safety cars. Well, this is the second full course safety car that we've had today. Alright, so what are the top 4 do? Since they haven't pitted yet, Oscrick stays out. Prezzo bluffs and stays out. Bodot doesn't come in, but Dan the Racer does. Fair enough, since he was on the soft compound tire. I think he realized it was his mistake. And from the way it looks, oh, hang on. I was going to say he was going to be the only one, but no, it's going to be Lane coming back into the pits. And what does he go on to then? Another set of mediums? Yes, it is. Another set of mediums. Go on the Alpha Tower, and away he leaves. There you go. So Dan the Racer's going also to another to a set of mediums as well. So he should be able to get those tires to the end easily, I'd say. If you're just showing as well, the only reasons we have retirements is Reedy crashed out of turn 3. That's what caused the first virtual safety car. Tim had a coming together with Lane at the same corner, and he's out of the race, and also that is also why Lane has now gone back down further into the field. Then JJ was the latest casualty. He crashed out of the final corner. I don't know how exactly, because there were some cars close to him. Could be my educated guess is he's either was helped into the barrier, or he may have lost the back end coming out of the exit of the final turn, which is easy to do as well if you don't have a stable setup for this place. I mean, the main thing about this place is you want to high downforce in the rear, of course, just to get that firm stability. I like that shot there of turn 3, going around the banking. Tim has also left the session. Fair enough. Guess you can call it a night there. Yeah, very unfortunate there, crashing out early on in the race. And I think we've got everybody all packed up to one another, so safety car should be coming in by the end of this lap, I'd say. That'll give me an indication once we get to the middle sector, and there you go. Oh, actually, it was before it. The middle sector, the end of the middle sector is usually where the entry of the chicane is. Okay. Wallace Crook will lead the field again. And it's pretty much the same order. Apart from Dan the Racer, of course, because Dan the Racer pitted. Top 3 have not pitted, though, as of yet. Neither has Andre, who's in 6th place. And Oscrick goes actually now quite early. And what's his spot on up to? He just got caught sleeping. Look at that. He's got nearly a second gap. And here comes Iconic Q. Here comes Prezzo down the inside. Alphonse is out of the race. What has happened to him? And, oh, Roscoe up too. Oh, my goodness. That is a big accident. At the final corner. What if those two had coming together? Jeez. Dan the Racer's come back in for a front wing change. So Prezzo did not make the move. Oscrick stays ahead of him. Iconic Q, though, has gone ahead of Bodhard. Goodness. That was an interesting restart. So, that's at least something that Iconic Q wants, because that means Absolute is stuck behind Bodhard, at least for a little bit. Or will he? Because he's trying to go around the outside, and he gets it. What a move for Absolute Unit. Going around the outside of turn 10. Good move there from the Aston Martin. To turn 13 we come. Kind of lost a little bit of time there, a little bit wide there in turn 13. How is the AlphaTauri going to handle this? He's trying to get some slipstream. Prezzo trying to break it. They make their way towards Tarzan corner. There's no 100-meter board, I've just noticed, too. Someone must have checked that out, I guess. Up to turn 2, into turn 3. Chich has gone past Banana, or he's side by side with Banana, I should say. Now he's gone past him, just before turn 3. Into 8th place goes the Williams. Through turn 7 come the leaders. We're now into turn 8. Iconic Cube right now has the provisional lead, as you can as you can see, judging by how the age difference of the tires are from the top two to the cars behind them. No DRS quite yet. It'll be enabled by the next lap. Through turn 11, then turn 12. Still hovering there. Bottas lost a little bit of ground. He's got Andre all over the back of him. And then he's got Kepa, Kiwi, and Chich as Bottas goes wide at the entry of turn 14. Now DRS is enabled. So let's see how this fares with the leaders. As Andre's now gone past Bottas for 5th place. Now the Aston Martins are 4-5, but Andre has yet to make a stop. Through turn 4, then 5. Turn 6. All flat through here. 5th gear down up to 6th gear. Through turn 7. Turn 8, sorry. Then turn 9. A little bit sideways there from the AlphaTauri. Prezzo, though, unfortunately will get DRS for Iconic's liking because he has to be stuck behind him. As Jack has crashed out of the race. He's crashed at turn 9. And we've got another safety car deployed, and there's his car. Sitting dead on the right side. Oh, goodness me. 3 safety cars, my goodness. Yeah, these guys have been really rusty. Whew. I mean, I can understand if you haven't played the game for so long. My goodness. Alright, what does this crook do now? Does he go in? Stays out. President does the same thing. He tries to pull a bluff, but the bluff didn't work. He could have tried. Maybe. See what happens. Meanwhile, Koyas comes into the pits. This will be his medium stop, I reckon. Yes, it is. Okay, the medium's on the Alfa Romeo, and there he goes. Right. We've got now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars out of the race. 14 of them are still running. How many more are we going to see DNF is the question. Because I feel there's going to be more coming. In the reality, I would say, to be fair. Oh. Top 2 still have yet to make a stop. They have to pray for another safety car then to come out. They have not reached the max. What's the max times of the safety cars to come out? I think it's like 5? I want to say it's 5. I don't know. I haven't gone that far, really, in terms of league racing for safety cars. The max I've seen is 3. 3 or 4. Vermont Lander's been quite busy today. That's for sure. Jack's left the session. If you remember earlier, I mentioned about how Prezzo needed to clean up his DNFs. Jack is also second common for it as well. And, well, he has not cleaned up that act. Even though you did win Australia, Jack, does not mean that's the only track you can hope for to at least have a successful season. I gotta love that shot there too, overlooking turn 3. Guess it's gonna be like one of those nights where you have all these accidents. It's been action-packed for the first race, I will say that. I'd probably say a little bit more than what I saw last season at France. This race has been quite something. Quite something. I'm intrigued though how I'm intrigued to know how False and Roscoe came together though at turn 14 at the race that the at the last restart. That was very interesting to see. Safety car back in this lap, and Honest Crook will lead the field again for the 3rd time. So he will get more temperature into those tires as the Aston Martin will peel back into the pits. Prezzo's edging the Haas to get going. Same with the leaders behind. They're all bunched up, my goodness. And we got our absolute unit right alongside the Alpha Tower. Oh, and he's made contact with Prezzo. I'm going to say that's a 5-second penalty coming. No, it doesn't. What? Okay. Well, he's alongside the Mercedes. We're back on the green. Again, it's 3 abreast I saw going behind them into turn 1. Iconic U down the inside of Prezzo into the first corner. He's ahead. He's now ahead of him into 2nd place. Rounding turn 3. Nail flies. That's for Kickback Kiwi. He has spun going before turn 2. Oh no, turn 3. I'm sorry, turn 3. But yeah, he's had a bit of a moment, apparently. And oh, speaking of a moment, oh, Scrugg nearly had a moment there. He's went sideways at the exit of 7. Rounding turn 8, or turn 9, I should say. As Chich is now going past his teammate for 6th place. He'll try to get the hammer down. Side by side, Prezzo alongside Absolute Unit making their way through turn 10 up towards turn 11. The Aston Martin going side by side. Prezzo still trying to give him a fight though into turn 12. He hangs on for 3rd place. And that's probably going to be something Absolute does not like indeed. Round of the final corner now. Honest Crook still leading right now. Iconic Cube following suit. What does the Aston Martin got? He's using the slipstream. He's not even using DRS even because it's not available. He's going to go side by side through turn 1 and then up to turn 2. Prezzo still side by side. He's giving him a big fight into turn 3. Still side by side through turn 3. And he's following through. Nice battle indeed between Prezzo and Absolute Unit. That was a good battle. They were side by side for 3 turns. Nicely done indeed. He's up into 3rd now, Absolute Unit. Chich, meanwhile, he's making up some places. He's going down the inside of Absolute Unit's teammate into 5th. Q trying to see if he can get past Honest Crook. No ability to do so, obviously, in turn 11. Not really much room you can do. Around turn 13. Here comes turn 13. Not around turn 13. Now coming to turn 13. To turn 14, flat out. Does he use the battery though? No, he does not. Wisely. Still got full battery into his suspense, of course. Chich is now going to be hunting down Prezzo. Let's battle for 4th. Bottom, meanwhile, has Banana all over the back. Oh, that was a bit of a Code Brown moment, I'd say there. Really had a bit of a sideways moment that Bottom did at the entry of turn 3. There you go. DRS is also enabled. Well, along with Iconic Q for a little bit longer. Making their way towards turn 9, up towards turn 10. Yellow flags, that's for Kickback Kiwi. He's out of the race. He's crashed out at the entry of turn 8. No safety car though. Up towards turn 11. And then up to 12. Scripto will be a sitting duck for the leaders behind. Making their way around turn 14. Now here comes the rear wing to be open to their dispense. Q will have a run. He's going to go down the inside, but does he have enough, though, to get past the... Oh, he's spinning! Spinning is the the provisional leader. Iconic Q has made contact. I couldn't tell what happened from the desync, but apparently I think those two made contact. But Iconic Q has spun, and he has got to be furious at that, because he was in a fight for a win. And he knows it too. Well, he's now dropped down to 13th. So now, Chich and Absolute Unit look like they're in the scrap for the provisional lead. As Banana now has gone past Podhod. Oh gosh. This, this D6's starting to throw me off a little bit, I guess. Round turn 10. Podhod has DRS in with Banana, but nothing happens there. Oh, almost got passed by Canty Crap. Podhod has yet to make a stop. So Absolute Unit will have DRS, yellow flags. That is for Chich! He's gone way off at turn 13. How does he end up there? He almost went into the cross pass of Dan the Racer and Iconic Q. Goodness. But also Absolute Unit has now gone into the lead of the Dutch Grand Prix. So the man that could have fought him for the win, which is Chich. Well, unfortunately for him, he's gone tumbling down the order. Chicken noise. I don't know. I didn't know if it sounded like a chicken. Sorry about that, ACW. Guess my words have kind of been stuttering tonight. I'm not gonna lie, because there's been so much stuff going on. Or maybe it's just my mic as well. I kind of do need to get a new mic. I'm not gonna lie. Goodness me. But anyway, yellow flags. That's for Chich again. That is spun. Turn 7. Into the pits comes Prezzo to make his first stop. Soft tires on the ready for the Mercedes, and away he goes. Probably was my mic then, ACW. If I did make any chicken noises, which I didn't even realize, I apologize, I guess. Church, meanwhile, gets a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. Both Williams drivers have 3-second time penalties added to their names. I think at this rate, too, Absolute Unit could probably sail into the distance. Banana is the closest, as Absolute Unit now gets a 3-second time penalty. How's he done this? Must have done the exit 13. Into the pits now goes Andre. He'll go onto the soft tire, I imagine. As meanwhile, also Vision gets past Bottle for 4th place. One driver's coming in. Lane's coming back into the pits, apparently. For a set of softs and a front wing change. Right. So he must have got caught in some sort of incident. Oh, bought a little bit too much grass there. My guy, goodness me. Turn 8 and turn 9. Still has yet to make a stop. Even though it's Crook have yet to make stops. Banana right now has a 2.6 second margin to Honest Crooks. Well, right now he's got over a 4.5 second margin to Absolute Unit for the lead. He needs to close that gap a little bit more if he wants to get close within 3 seconds. But he's also got vision for company, as he's going to come... Ooh, close. Oh, hold on a second. My apologies, I just had my mother come in. Anyway, so let's see what's happened. Looks like nothing too much has happened since I went off for a little bit. See Vision's all over the back of BCP. Make their way through turn 13. And then up to turn 14. Comes the Red Bull. You'll have the DRS. Uses a bit of battery as well. Does he have enough to get by? Scrick goes into the pits. Down the inside. Banana tries to brake later, but he can't fight him off. He goes into second place. And now for Vision, he has to close that gap within 1.6 seconds. Actually make that now 2 seconds to get ahead of Absolute Unit, but he's still got that McLaren all over him. Lane gets the fastest lap of the race. Well, it's still out there, still yet to make a stop. Well, the McLaren got in the store. Well, lap 26 of 36. 11 laps left into the race. Up towards turn 13. But I won't get the DRS again. Tries to close up on the Red Bull, but not close enough to do anything at least. Has to stay back. Cool. He brakes late. Brakes a lot later than I probably would expect him to do. Well, Ray Bollard's going. He's probably going to be ending up in 11th. Probably would say by the time he pits. Going strong, 26 laps on those tires. Could spice this race up though as another safety car. Although it would not be the good case for Absolute Unit if that happens, with him having that 3-second time penalty. Vision just needs to close within maybe about a couple of tenths a lap in order to at least get close within Absolute Unit, but right now that does not seem the case. Through 13 into 14. McLaren has yet to again DRS. Yellow flags, that is for Cantu Crap. He is out. He has crashed at the final corner. There he is. He's in the middle of the road. How is that not a safety car? Right, so the limit is 3. Okay. His car was in the middle of the road. Yeah, Prezzo had to avoid him to do so. But yeah, he's out of the Grand Prix as Chich has spun at the entry at 14. We've only got 2. Oh, as Chich has now crashed out at 14. Right, now we're up to 11 cars. I remember I said before that we might have had clearly about half the field remaining. I think I made my prediction correct. Chich has left the session. Not surprised. Yeah, so we've got the battle for 5th. Konas under pressure from McDonough. He's got DRS. Moves to the right side. Tries to brake later. Konas does not fight that one. Just literally rolls in the red carpet. Goes into 5th place. The man that could have been fighting for the win is, well, at least fighting for a top 5 finish. Lane gets the fastest lap of the race with a 1:12.2. But still has yet to make a stop. 28 laps he's done on those tires. Gap right now between Vision and BCP, or sorry, not Vision and Absolute Unit, I'm sorry. hovering still around 5 seconds. He hasn't really gained much over the course of this race, or course of this stint, I should say. His only hope would be is if Absolute Unit cops another penalty, which seems highly unlikely at this stage. A track that's very easy not to accumulate penalties. Here comes Iconic Q. He goes down the inside of Bonhart. He goes into 4th place. And there you go. Very simple move. Let me look at the situation for Absolute Unit. What has he got in terms of warnings? He has copped another warning. He did that on lap, what was that, lap 25? So if he gets 2 more warnings, he could find himself in a bit of trouble. Vision needs to close, but he has not even done so. It's just been 5 seconds, then under 5 seconds, then over 5 seconds. But just hasn't really done anything. But I'm still hanging on though with DRS. Obviously he has not done anything to get close enough to get past the Red Bull. But it's just been hovering around. But now still gets the DRS though to his advantage. Not close enough though to do anything against the Red Bull. Nothing there. So yeah, pretty much at the stage, Vision would have to close within about close to over 1.5 seconds. Gosh, I can't even speak English today, apparently. Just to get close to Absolute Unit, but yeah. Going out there, running a little bit too much curve, a little bit of sparks there from the Williams. Around turn 10, open the DRS again. He used a bit of overtake, but not close enough to do anything there. We've gone from drama to now just the doldrums. 4.5 seconds though. Gap has started to shrink just a tiny bit. We have 5 laps to go here at Zandvoort. Vision would have to put up some mega laps. Conhouse trying to get down the inside. Side by side between him and the Williams, he gets through into 5th place. Bonhart still hasn't pitched though. What is he aiming for? Is he just going to try to pit with a couple laps to go and then go for the fastest lap? Or what? I don't know what his game plan is. 4.6 seconds is the gap between the leader and 2nd place. Hasn't really changed over that course of the last lap. But close the gap just a little bit more. 4.4 seconds. Unit will begin lap 33 of 36. Gap though is closing. We'll have to keep our eyes on this. Koniki though is starting to slowly catch, but I don't know if he'll have enough to get there. Like I said, Vision would just have to put up mega stints. Yellow flags, that's for Honest Crook? No, it's Prezzo. He has spun at turn 1. Gets going again. There you go. At least a good thing for Prezzo, he's not ended up like his brother in the walls, but he's all enough for a top 10 finish. I will say that. Not been a bad race for him though overall, I will say that. At least points he'll get to start off his campaign. Yeah, starting lap 34. Gap hovering around 4.4 seconds. Vision would have to close the gap by 1.4 seconds in the next couple of laps. So far, that hasn't seemed to be happening. Into the pits now finally goes Butthard. After doing those tires for 33 laps, he'll go into the soft tires and aim for a fast lap in the race, I would imagine. First battle we've got is just the battle between Vision and Banana. Well, then you got Honest Crook and Andre. We're on board with the McLaren for a little bit, I guess. Through turn 9. Vision going very, very wide there indeed with the exit. Into turn 10. Open the DRS. To fair credit to Banana, he's still not very good on those hard tires. I will say that. I'm giving him fair credit for it. Through turn 12. Then turn 13. Then turn 14. 2 more laps left into the race. What does Banana do? He's close. Vision goes to defend the inside. Banana tries to swoop around the outside. Then wheel to wheel, going through turn 1. Vision holds on. Through turn 2. Then turn 3. Vision holding the low line. Banana pretty much on the higher side of that. That did cost some time to Absolute Unit. So, last season's champion will start off on the right track. After qualifying in 3rd. Oh, here comes BCP down the inside of turn 10. His Vision made a slight error. Slight contact as well between the McLaren and the Red Bull. He takes 2nd place. Now Vision will try to hang on to the main until they get to the main straight. Yellow flags, that's a Mercedes. Prezzo spinning out at turn 9, or turn 8 I should say. I think that's what he did. Unit begins the final lap of the race. What does Vision do? He's going to try to use the slipstream, use DRS down the inside, tries to brake later than the McLaren. Can he get that move stick? He does. He gets the traction. He gets the move into 2nd place. I don't think this battle will be quite over just yet. Rounding turn 3. Bottle gets a 3-second time penalty. And then through the S's. I think Vision will hold on, at least for now. But we'll have to wait and see. But it's been a very good drive from Absolute Units. Did not make any mistakes. Qualified in the top 3. It's been a faultless drive from the Aston Martin driver. Won the championship last season, the Alpine. Goes over to his championship rival car, Tim's car, pretty much. And now he's carrying the reins. 2 more corners left for the Aston Martin of Absolute Unit. Doesn't need to push or do anything silly. Around the final turn, for the final time, Absolute Unit takes the checkered flag. He wins the Dutch Grand Prix. Vision will come home in 2nd place, and Banana will come home in 3rd place. Iconic Q, who could have been fine for the win, but had slight contact with Honest Crook, finishes in 4th. Kunas finishes in 5th. He'll be happy with that result, I'm sure. Andre in 6th. Lane goes to 7th. I think he'll get driver of the day. Honest Crook in 8th. Preza will come up in 9th place. She'll be happy to at least get into the top 10 to start off his campaign. Bodo will come up in 10th place. And then Dan the Racer will round it off in 11th. Well, there we go. And we ended up with half the grid dead to kick off the campaign. Oh, it's Vision that gets driver of the day. Alright, well, we'll have to see how many places he gained over the course of the race. But in the end, it's the Aston Martin driver absolute unit taking the victory. Here at Zandvoort. Representing that Danish flag there in the background. And now onto the podium celebrations there. Vision's finishing in second. But on third, I'm sure he'll be very happy with that result for sure. Let's see. Vision gained about... Oh, he started from 14th. Ah, fair enough. So he gained 12 places over the course of that race. Absolute Unit, though, takes the win to kick off the campaign. Vision in second. Banana in third. Conky at fourth. Konaus in fifth. Andre in sixth. Lane in seventh. He gained about relatively 11th places over the course of the race. Lawrence Crook in eighth. President in ninth. Baldock completes the top 10. Dan the Racer in 11th. And then there's your DNFs. Pulled away from Can't Do Crap to Reedy. Almost half the grid dead in that entire race. We had drama from the start, drama in the middle. Kind of went stale towards the end, but it wasn't a bad race overall, I'd say. Theoretically. But no, it was an interesting Dutch Grand Prix. Absolutely setting off on the right foot. Trying to get back-to-back championships if possible. Right now, he's looking like he's in that mode of being untouchable, really. Aston Martin looks like they'll also be the favorites for constructors as well, I imagine. Yeah, well, there you go. That was a good race overall. I'm, like I said, not gonna complain. It was decent enough. Good to see a bit of drama, but yeah, like I said, I predicted before I came on. I was in a party with a few of the lads. I said that probably half the grid will be dead. Came close. We just had 11 cars left. 11 cars to start the race. Of course, that's just the rust. I mean, Zandvoort's a track you don't really want to start on, really, to kick off the campaign for drivers that may be rusty to start off. Maybe for not playing for a little while. Of course, it's been, what, close to a month since the last time we have had a league race here. But yeah. Also, forgot to mention as well the calendar. Might as well go over that right now while I am still in here. It's a 16 round calendar with 2 super sprint qualifying formats. So let me just see how the points is going to be. Yeah, we've got Zandvoort done, like I mentioned. Then the next rounds, we got round 2 being Kota, round 3 Silverstone, round 4 Mexico, round 5 Monza, Italy. That is the first super sprint format race as well. 6 is Australia, round 7 is Baku, round 8 is Spa, round 9 is Jeddah, round 10 is Austria, that's also a super sprint. Round 11 is Singapore, round 12 is Bahrain, round 13 is Imola, round 14 is Abu Dhabi, round 15 is Canada, and then the final round, and I think this is the most appropriate one, Brazil. But there you go. And yeah, that is your calendar as well. I'm not sure, like I said, I don't know what the points will be for the super sprint. I probably will imagine though the super sprint will be like, we'll do qualifying like the normal short qualifying, then we do like a 25% race. Following that, the 50% race. That's what I think. But I think that's gonna wrap up the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And we'll have to wait next week until we go into Austin, Texas in Kota. Until then, I have been Katie1997, commentator for DBS. Thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you next week for the United States Grand Prix. Goodbye everyone, and take care.